live. Am I live? I'm live. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Oh, there's not much glue in here, is there? This is Paint Girly Lori. Welcome to my channel, Bricolage with Paint Girly. I'm going to put a little glue in here. I'm trying to use up what's in here. Should probably wash this out and then use it to put some golden matte medium in there so I can just squeeze out what I want and not have it dry out, you know. Looks like I've got this all dry. Let's get this out. Looks like Jenny's barking at something. Good morning, Joyce. Happy Sunday. How you doing? I love picking glue. Isn't it terrible? Well, I'm a picker to begin with. Whether it's old nail polish or a sticker, I just like to. I don't want to pop a nail off. This one looks like it might be coming loose. What are you up to today, Joyce? Got anything planned? We usually play Pinochle on Sunday, but I'm not sure that's happening. Don't know yet. I need to get tweezers out. And maybe grab that with some tweezers. That might be more better. Oh, I keep unhinging this. I just had my husband fix it. And I keep pulling it. Whatever I'm doing when I open it, I'm not much yet. You're gonna, oh, how are you doing on that? Are you having fun? I don't know if this is, I might need more than tweezers. Well, some time ago, I drew and painted these bugs. Wow, look at all that glue that was. Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's just this little tiny bar. Maybe it's bent. I don't know. I'll have to look at it again later. I don't want to lose the little bit, though. Put that back where it was. Okay. So I've just got some glue I'm trying to use up here. And I'm going to use my tip where I'm going to put a little color in here so I can see where the glue is. Kind of like the idea of, that you can get those glue sticks that are purple, but it dries clear so you can see where you're putting the glue. That's what I'm going to do. Sometimes I was watching Xena the other night, and she was having difficulty with her glue because when she would sit it back up, it would all drain to the bottom. But I like to leave it laying on its side. Sometimes that seems to help me a little bit. All right, now I need something with color that I can drip in. Oh, I just hurt my elbow. Oh, I'm pulling it apart here. Let's see, there's Gail. Good morning. Every once in a while, if I move my arm a certain way, my elbow kind of like doesn't cooperate. And just say, hey, there's Zippity. Hi, Zippity. Good morning. Welcome in, everyone. So let's try reaching with this hand. The sun looked like it was trying to come out here. All right, I'm just dripping a little alcohol in that glue. Doesn't have to be pretty. There's Vale. Vale says she's feeling better, so that's a wonderful thing. All right, now I want to wet this glue brush before I stick it in my glue. All right, so I started to say a little while ago, gosh, it's probably been more than a little while. I lose track of time. I drew these bugs inspired by Tamara Laporte. And if you are interested at all in painting or whimsical things, or you just like to watch someone paint who's very talented, she's your gal. She's very, very interesting to watch, I believe. I really enjoy watching her. So I was inspired to do these bugs. Now, what do you do? What do you do with them? So I forget where I had them first. And then I decided I didn't like that idea. I think I'm going to need more glue. This doesn't have much color. But then when I don't know what's with that left arm. Yes, I drew it and then painted it, inspired by the technique from Tamara Laporte. So I've got a whole bunch of them here. So then I put them on, maybe I should do it. Now, see, I keep doing this. I keep losing my painting papers. All right, so I'm going to paint this glue on this side. Well, I didn't give myself much color here, did I? I'm just putting glue here. I want to cover up this file folder. I'm trying to remember where I had them first. I don't know where I had them first. And I thought, this is silly. They're just sitting here. And then I decided I could make a little book with them, which I think is also probably silly. But this is what I'm doing. So I decided on Friday, I'm going to get serious about straightening up my art space. So I could show you pictures. Look, I didn't do this well. Hold on. Let's start on the outer edge. If you want to try to figure out how to have a plan B when you make mistakes, this is you found the right place. Hey, Cynthia, good morning. Look, I've got that one totally crooked. You know what? I'm just not going to worry about it. It's just, this is going to be sitting on my shelf, and I'll probably not look at it very often. It's just the truth of it, guys. And that's just the way it is. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess Tamara had done some bugs, and I really thought they were cute. So I thought, hey, I could try that. And so I did, and here we are. I don't know that I have them dated. Isn't that silly? I'm trying to get better. At that. I gotta not use that left arm. Trying to get better at that, but I'm really not getting that much better. Truth be told. Now, I looked at this several times, so I figured I'd take some of my painting papers and put it on the opposite page. And then I could do whatever over there, right? Now, I thought I had one cut out for this guy. But let's see, this one's blue. I'm trying to use, so that's going to go there. Hey, there's Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Michelle's talked me into a little crafting adventure. The name of the artist is Tamara Laporte. I believe she still lives in the UK. Her company is called the Willowing Arts, maybe, and she's inspired me on quite a few different projects. There's a couple I can't really get to. I guess I've got them on my wall of fame. Anyway, so here's a bee. So they're similar to things she's done, but not exactly the same. And she usually puts like butterfly wings, and she does a lot of swallows, and she's quite interesting, I think, to watch. So I did a bee. So these pages are very stiff. And this is my ladybug. Just seeing if I've got any dates on any of these. Well, there I put my name. Well, that's a start. The praying mantis. That's her YouTube channel, Willowing Arts. Thanks, Gail. Yeah, she's got a whole, I forget. I haven't really looked at any of her stuff. This one is my dragonfly. And then I tried to pick painting papers I had that kind of went with this. Now you'll see I wasn't paying attention and I've got a lot of white there. So I'm going to glue these extra little bits on there. And this one is a grasshopper. And then the back one, I'm not too fond of this one. This one's supposed to be a butterfly, you know. So I decided to really start in one corner of my art space, and which had a lot of unused space, if I'm honest. Gosh, where's my phone? My phone was like completely dead. Now, ideally, I'm going to do a little. You like the butterfly? Oh, thanks, Joyce. I'm hoping that I can take. I was trying to do Janet Nash style, and while I was working, taking little videos. But let me see if I can just show you. Oh, you don't want to see my purple hair. This should be embarrassing, but you know what? I'm not really. Let's see if I can. Oh, that's different. I wonder what I did. Oh, I did. Oh, so they are videos. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can. Oh, maybe it's not going to work. Okay, so this is my mess. And I decided to start in this corner. See, I've got a bunch of really poorly used space there. You do, Michelle? This is my cool basket thing that those baskets slide out, and that's full of fabric. Seeing all that stuff's just piled and heaped, and look, my floor is a mess. So I decided to spend yesterday and start in that corner. All right. And let's see. I don't think I take a very good picture, but here's my purple hair. I just love it, girls. I really do. I know it's odd, but I love it. And let's see, did I take any? All right, so this is here. This is after I've had some time to work. I'm trying to group maybe in colors. See, I've still got some boxes there. Oh, thanks. Thanks, everyone. So I'm just folding and stacking fabric, putting books more towards the bottom. Hey, Carol. I cleared the floor space, got rid of a big tub. I keep doing it in little bits, Gail, and then, I re-destroy the space, and I'm just wasting my time. And I think I have space that I can utilize better. And I mean, I thought originally I would just do yarn over there in that wall unit with the little boxes. Well, that's just crazy. I use this other stuff more, you know. Very nice, Joyce. So, in doing all that, moving stuff around, I had things stacked. I refound this, and I had these pages stuck in there because I wanted to glue them on the opposite side of my drawing. And so I decided this morning I'm just going to do it. Okay. And is Pam here? Pam, I see Pam. Oh, Ginger Cat Lady said, and I are working on on crafty rooms every Sunday evening. Oh, that's nice having a buddy. That's nice having a buddy. Okay. So this is one of the things I wanted to get done today. There's I always have tons of things on my list. One thing I do want to mention. Now let's see if I can. I'm just going to throw this out here. Okay, this is me. This is just okay. One of my favorite tools is this tool, the Stampin' Up. Oh, it says on there paper shapers. It's a Stampin' Up product. Good morning, Teresa. There we go. Stampin' Up. Now, there for a while ago, hey, Debbie, good morning. I was, I really love this whale's tail tab punch. If you're not familiar with this, I just really wanted one. I got mine for not a bad price, and then it seemed like they got so popular. And of course, it's an old retired, tool. So this is what it cuts out, and then you fold this in half, and then you can glue it on the edges of your pages, right? So I forget. I was on eBay doing something, and I don't know if the prices come down because maybe some have come more available. But I sold this one for a really good price. But I'm looking for someone to buy it, so I just bought it. This isn't mine. This is the second one, and I don't know if anyone is really wanting one of these. At one point, these were selling for like $80 to $90 or higher. So if you private message me, I'm going to go by timestamp, first come, first serve. I'm just looking for someone. I'll even ship it to you free if you're in the United States. It's not too terribly heavy. But I paid $42 for it, and I thought that was a decent price these days. Now, of course, you may at some point run into one like Tanya, if I remember correctly, Tanya McGuire was traveling, and she and her hubby stopped at a thrift shop, and she found one for $8, and it was on the half price um, table. So she got one for $4. And I don't know if she had a second one. Look, I need more glue. So I'm trying to use up glue that I have that maybe I'll just use my glue stick. Let's see. Like I have bits of glue, little open jars of glue and bottles, and I'm trying to clean up and use some of this stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Here's some more glitter glue. I know. I think it's a good price too. But, it may not be for everybody. But I'll tell you what, it's one of the tools that I have never regretted purchasing. I found mine several years ago now, but I really hawked for it. And I think I paid 25. So, oh, you made a ladybug out of the tail. That's cool. All right, here's some more glue. Let's just use this up. This is art glitter glue. You're not supposed to leave it sit out in weather because I think it loses some of its potency, shall we say, potency. Look, this is all got dried bits in here too. This might serve me for this project though. Now and when I think of little tip things that I discover that work for me, I've been trying to make little videos or little, I don't know if you call them videos, reels, whatever they're called. So I have one with glue where I'm just putting a little bit of color of something in my glue so I can see where I'm painting it, because it's annoying if I can't see where. Now, this is really not a good color. It's not very attractive. And I don't have to worry about it drying clear. You know, I'm not a scientist. Don't worry about it drying clear because you're not going to see it. It's going to be underneath this heavy watercolor paper. So, you know, a little drip of alcohol or whatever. Hey, Peggy, good morning. So I'm just going to mush this around, mush it around. So I hope everyone's doing well. Our little Vale was not feeling well. She's on the mend, so that's always good to hear. Now I'm going to hopefully do a better job gluing this side down. Now, what will I do with this book after I get it together? No idea. It's probably just going to sit on the shelf. But for whatever reason, and I painted these quite a while ago, I don't remember why I painted them not in a journal of any kind, which to me now seems silly, but I guess I had a reason why initially, trying to avoid those chunks. Maybe the next one I'll use my big glue stick. Now, I have this idea about the art connection, the RT connection, where when I'm going to be at my desk and I feel like company, I just send those on my list a little notification. I'm going to be at my desk, and if you want to pop in and join me, you're free to do that. So the other day, Peggy and I spent some time together. It was delightful. And it's just the two of us. We were chatting away and doing art stuff that we wanted to get done. It was fun. So if you're interested in that, you just need to give me your Instagram contact information so I can add you to my list. And you'll see this is going to be too long. But let's see. Yeah, that could be that, I guess. I tend to not show anybody anything too much unless it's you guys, because you guys understand my, oh my goodness, I got nowhere to set anything. See, this is the problem. I got nowhere to set anything. I know this is a horrible noise. I apologize. That does not. Stand still. And people really aren't, even my family, they're just really not very interested in the stuff I do. See, this one I didn't glue down well. So something's going to get glued there. All right, let's continue. Let's try the big Majumbo. If I can see where I put it. I just had it. It's that one with the glue stick with the funny name. It's a big fatty. My gosh. I was at Pam's earlier and there it is. It was hiding behind my drink. She loves little words. Yeah, my grandkids like looking at my stuff, especially our granddaughter. She's really into art. She really likes it. Last time I checked, she wanted to, when she grows up, she wants to be an artist or a ballerina. She's 10. But that may have changed because she's discovered math. Now, see this? I can't see really where I'm putting it. So I have to kind of pay attention a little. She told me, gosh, this has been months ago now. She wishes she could go to college right now and just study math. Oh, I go, God bless you, honey. I just can't even imagine. That's so foreign to me. So foreign. All right, so these are some of my crazy painty papers. So I tried to match up colors. See, I wasn't paying attention. I could have cut this off, but no, I cut off all that. Tried to match what I thought went with the picture. Oh, I know. Well, I'm kind of low. I've kind of been low on the priority list with my grands, mostly because that's how their parents like it, if I'm honest. Our granddaughter is 10. She'll be 11 this year. 10. I had visions of grandeur, thinking we would move back to Pennsylvania so we would be closer. Way before now, but that's just not going to happen. Just not going to happen, girls. Got to stop thinking about it and just move on. So where's my other bit? Here we go. So this is just one of those projects I wanted to finish up. So, I got a little gapper there. Little gapper. So I'll have to find something else to stick there. But if I get anything that I like that I think is, bug worthy or buggy, I can come back and add to this just like any other journal, right? So there's that one. So now I thought this one messy. Now this one I messed the job. It's all right. It's all good. I've got extra bits I can glue up there too. This is just like one of those projects. I know, right, Gail? Yes. Our grandson is 7. It goes fast. And then my sister, her oldest grandson, they've got him in wrestling. So she sent us a little video. She was at a wrestling match. I don't know anything about wrestling, but I'm sitting here crying. This kid did so well. And, he got a good hold on the other kid. And then he just kind of muscled him outside of the circle, which I guess that's the goal. And then she sent another picture where he was declared the winner. And he's got, they pull their little arms up, and declare them the winner. Just so adorable. So I guess he's doing really good with it. So. That's fun. So it starts all over again. Right? Do it for your own kids and then you support your grands. The circle of life, I guess, right? See, so this little bit is what I tore off. Okay, Gail. Enjoy Dad. All right. So now what am I going to get busy on after this? Oh, so with trying to get serious about organizing, I decided I should probably get all my little lace bits in one spot. And I've got quite a few, if I'm honest. So I'll show you what I'm doing there. I think I have a bag of stuff I'd like to go through actually and work on this morning. Oh, I didn't want to put glue all the way out the edge of that. Let's see. I think that needs a trim. Does it not? Yes. All right, so we'll take this little cutting board. See, I just would like to get it done. I'm usually not too great with this kind of trimming, but we're just going to go for it. Oh, thanks, Peggy. I was thinking about cutting them all up and using them like in collage, and I thought, well, let me do. See, I cut that page now. It's all wonky. Hey, listen, guys, if you now I know most of us here know how to make a journal, but Jacqueline, Lovely's Crafting Lodge, uploaded a video where she is just walking through how she puts a journal together. Just basic beginner stuff. But I think she did a really good job and she explains everything well. And I found it very interesting, even though, for the most part, I know what I'm doing. But it was interesting to see how she did some stuff, how she handled it or what her thought process was. So, you can always use a few more views. So if you've got a chance, you've got time, or you're crafting or whatever you're doing, and you want to listen to something, you might think about putting that on. I thought it was. I thought you did a real nice job on it. So I'm just going to scoot this down. Oh, good, Teresa. Oh, you did, Cynthia? Yeah, I thought you did a nice job with it. Not that I would expect anything different, but I think it was a good watch. It was worth taking a look. Even sometimes you think, oh, beginning, first time, the subject, the beginning. How did she word it? I don't even know what she called it. But you might think, oh, I know how to do that and not watch it. But it was really worth watching, even though you know what you're doing, I think. Like I said, it's fun. It's fun to see how other people do stuff, I think. All right, so now I've got this. This is probably not going to go well. Let's just see if I can trim that off quickly. Whoop. Yeah, usually you can pick up a little something, right? Or you think, oh, I wouldn't have done it that way, but that might be worth trying it or something like that. Look, I'm making this worse, I think. So if you're just coming in, these art pieces that I did were inspired by Tamara Laporte. If you're not familiar with her, I would recommend you check her out. She's, I think, quite inspiring. Look, see, I'm messing that up. I think I have to get back to wearing my contact lenses. Because the way it's set up, I'm supposed to wear my contact lenses and then, glasses on top of that help me with the art stuff anyway to really see well. But when I had that eye ulcer, I should say, not ulcer, I kind of got away from wearing my lenses and trying my eyes out so much. But my vision's not as good as it. Whoop. I guess I could use scissors here. Well, we're going to let that. I'm going to let that go. We're just going to say this is finished, and I'm going to put it right back up. All right, maybe surgery is being scheduled next week. 1 day surgery, but 6 to 8 weeks. Oh my goodness! You're just like the rest of us. You're not a dope, Cynthia. You're just creative, and that's how it goes. All right, let me get out my little prayer thing. I have to get out my little prayer thing. It's right here in my drawer. And then this morning I added a couple of other things, I don't know, maybe it's different for everybody, but I'm going through cleaning out stuff and, you find things. You're like, oh yeah, I forgot I had that. So when I was in the craft co-op quite a few years ago now, I used to paint on handbags and a variety of different things. And one of the things I always painted on were these old, hard eyeglass cases. And they sold pretty well for me in my booth there, So every once in a while, I would find stuff under my table at my booth, and it would have, usually they were just thrown under there. Sometimes people would save me light bulbs. Yeah, I think that would be annoying for me, Peggy. I just need to use what I've got set up. I need to put my lenses in and get back in the groove, I think. But thank you. See, this one doesn't hang around my neck, but I mean, I have them. I just don't know. So you're saying it hangs around your neck and then your hands are free to do whatever? Oh, Teresa. It's my heart, so you won't hear from me again if I don't make it. Jeez, Teresa, please don't say that. Please don't say that. Anyway, I found this and there was a note in it. So it was from Ed. See, Teresa, you're going to get me started now. So Ed had a note in there because he popped that under my table for me. Isn't that adorable? So I had to put it in my not so everyday journal. Ed's in heaven. So I wanted to put that in my book, I know, don't worry. Don't worry, be happy. So when will you actually know? All right. What's today? Today's January 11th already. Good night. So I got to make sure I see exactly what. Teresa, I have to pray for you privately. Let's see. Where does she tell me? I'm going back here. Peggy said I'm making birthday cards for my son and two daughter-in-laws. They're turning 50. Oh, wow. Okay. I missed where Teresa says I'm trying to find. So the surgery is being scheduled next week, and it's a one-day surgery. All right, so I'm going to put here January 11. Okay. I've got to write these things down now, girls. I can't depend on my memory. On my memory. Okay, so moving along. Moving along through the sniffles. Look, I came across this bag of jazz. So let's just see. I don't know. This may bore you to tears, and if that's the case, you'll have to just scoot out or whatever. But I want to see what's in here. I like when people read through stuff. And some of this stuff I've had a long time. Now I've got a drawer over there that I've got a lot of this kind of stuff in. But I also have a little box here that I started. Excuse me, I have to blow my nose. That I'm putting some other little bits in. I gotta cover my glue. Let's see. Hey, Sage, you're cleaning your craft room? All right. Oh, there's our Ange. She's praying for it. Thanks, Ange. I can't do it right now. Yes, Teresa, if you could have your daughter or somebody message us so we know how you're doing. All right, so I'm just taking these little pieces of lace. They're not little pieces. Most of them are probably about a yard. And I'm trying to get them all in one spot. I've got bags of this stuff. You know, I go to Pearls and I can't help myself. And I had a whole big bag of fabric, not big pieces and not, not little tiny pieces either, but that's what I was folding and stacking and putting in those cubicles. And, just trying to remember what I have. I've got so many projects started, and then I move it and it gets buried, and I move on to something else, and then I'm trying to get stuff ready for Jacqueline's market. I just now look at that little silly bag. That must have had buttons in it. That's not going to do me any good. But I'm bound and determined to get stuff because I have stuff that I'm not using because if I do think of it, which is a rare occasion, see, I'm more like if I see it, I use it. Dear boy to me. And you can't have everything sitting out. You just can't. It's unrealistic unless, you've got this huge, wonderful space. Now, these are bits of cut off. Look how the insides of that is. See, that's just too messy. They call it cantha. Cantha. See, we're not, la, 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 la. We're just gonna throw that away. Really, it's supposed to get warmer here. Wait a minute, I gotta move this. I got a journal slipping into, oh, my planner. My planner slipping into the trash can. I don't want that to end up in the trash can. But some of this stuff just does need to look. There's a little bit of pink. Look at this stuff. I've had this forever too. Why do I buy these things? This is really kind of too 2 yards. 2 yards of, I mean, it's nice. Maybe I'm going to take it off of this and just roll it around like that. See, that's not going to fit in a little plastic bag. Now I got these little rubber bands to put around. Look, there's a knot there. I've got these little rubber bands to put around my new craft interest. Those, stickers on a roll. Old Man Winter's trying to freeze your Tootsie off. All right, so I'm just going to put that around there. That's probably not the best decision, but that's how it's going to be. All right. Any of these little bits. Now, see, this is a ribbon. It had wire in it. This is one of my favorite ribbons I've ever had. I love this ribbon. So that I'm going to put in a little plastic bag. See, now I can use that. Now I'm itching to do the bloom to bloom. If any of you know what I'm talking about, Amity Bloom. It's a certain look that you create a journal. It's got a certain look. It's kind of like patchwork to me. Reminds me of a patchwork kind of a thing, but it's just really cool, in my opinion. And so, I've got bits of it laying all over the place. So I threw all that in one bag. See, now things like this, I've got a tin up here that I keep this kind of stuff in. So this is going to go in my tin. Do you, Teresa? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I like her. She's very happy and fun to listen to. And she just has a knack, for putting things together. Like our dear Peggy, she has a knack. Well, she has a knack for a lot of things. Look, quilted stuff. See, I can't throw this out. This is quilted jazz. That I can throw out. That I can let go. This here is coming apart, so I'm going to pull the fluff off. See, this fabric's so old, you don't even need scissors. It just tears. So it's very yummy. And Peggy is so good at putting stuff together. And of course, I think about her decorating her home and all the things she has, the wonderful things she has to put around her home. But she's very talented with her art stuff as well. And Laura, some of the stuff that these guys use, I would just sit and stare at it. All right, get into that crunchy bag. And all right, so here's a little bit of ribbon. See, this is one of my favorite ribbons. This little, I don't know what you call it. It's not satin. It's that see-through-y sheer stuff. And then if you just leave it on its own, it does the twist in your box or wherever you're going to store it, and then it ties around something else. That's one thing about sitting and arting with somebody. There's really nothing else to distract you, right? You're just sitting there and chatting and sharing ideas, or you're working on a project, and it's been delightful for me. I haven't done it a lot yet, but um, gonna hang in there with it. First time, I've only done it twice. So first time, Carol, my quiet corner, and I spent time together, and then this last time, Peggy was there with me, and Jacqueline said, "I came in right as you guys were leaving." So there'll be time for others. So if you're interested, direct message me, and I'll put you on the list. And if you've got some time and you feel like working on something, just come in and join us. All right, so let's get that in there. That's a little bit of Navy tool that should come in handy for something. Some of the stuff I save, it's ugly. Like this here, this isn't ugly because it's got the Eiffel Tower. These are just little bits of fabric. Now I'm working on something, I might use those for that. I've got two little fabric, I think I'm going to call them fabric snippets. They're little fabric journals. That's true, Peggy. That's true. These need to be ironed. I'm thinking about making some more. These would be good for that. Painty fabric. Oh my gosh, I love painty fabric. Look, see now I'm not crazy about lace that is gathered. So I like to take off I don't know if everybody knows what I'm talking about. Like when you have, I don't know if I have a piece here. I think I have it all out by my comfy chair. Oh, look, here's some more of this. Like if you get a piece of lace and it's all gathered up and it's like wavy and fluffy, at the very top, there's this trimmy kind of stuff that they stitch on as they gather it. Well, I don't like to throw that out because it's wonderful, especially for your tags. So I sit by my comfy chair when I'm in the mood and I just start taking it out. So the lace is straight and then I end up with this wonderful stuff. Now, some of it is soft, like that's soft. This is not. But you know what? It works for tags. You can put it in the hole of the tag and add a couple other bits of fiber, and then your tags look, Tom, terrific. I just ordered a seam ripper, Teresa. They had one advertised. I guess it came up on Amazon. It looked really fabulous. The price wasn't bad, but the shipping was $10. I just can't. Yeah, I don't know. It's at some point, I guess it's all relative, but I just can't bring myself to pay $10 shipping. And we pay. You don't know. I have to stop doing that. We pay extra for Amazon Prime. It's just very convenient for me, and it's worth it because I'm out of control with some things. Well, maybe with a lot of things. Strike it up to a personality flaw. But anyway, all right. So I'm going to just wind this around my fingers and maybe put a rubber band on this one. The thing about this stiff stuff, when you do put that in the top of your tag, it like stands up, which I like. It doesn't always flop over. Peggy loves to share, and she makes a wonderful email package. Okay, so this I think can go in my other bin. So let's find this too. See, now I'm getting rid of another bag that's just been laying around. This is a really good feeling. Now I'm keeping this because if I put this on the jelly plate and put paint on it and stamp it or whatever, this will be really cool for the edge of a page or a little divided section, or or I could leave it like this and not do anything to it and just use it as a tie around a journal. So who knows how that'll end up being used, but it will be used. Oh, yeah, Cynthia. Yeah, well, I can drive, but excuse me. You can look at several different options and make the best choice price wise. Christmas, I mean, I couldn't do Christmas without it anymore. I wonder if the Eagles are playing today. I need to ask my husband if he knows. He's really not a football guy, but all right. So I've got fabric pieces out in the kitchen on the counter. But I'm making like a. It's not really a flow journal because I think I'm going to stitch it together, and they're just different pieces of fabric. But I'm thinking somebody could use them as a snippet, just take little pieces for clusters or whatever. As soon as I get that separated, it goes back together. So then I was thinking about adding on the pages other little bits. Oh, that'd be wonderful, Teresa. Me and Scooter went and he got his second cast on the other day. So he goes back in 4 weeks and they'll do an x ray. And he may get a walking boot. He's quite excited at the thought of that. So, beginning of February. So that, we're kind of moving along that way too. And things just keep rolling along, right? You just, okay. Oh, good. How's Dad doing? Is he hanging in there? I know I should have opened these ahead of time. This is driving you crazy. Oh my gosh, sorry if it is. So I was thinking I could add things to the pages. I could go get those, I guess. I just have two of them. But see, this is real soft. This is a little bit, I could staple this onto one of the pages. Or like this. This is a little thing of cool thread. And then I've got a couple little packages of garden journal. Let's let that go. See some of these little bits. Oh, look at this cute little piece. Let's see if it'll unfuzz. Wait a minute. Let me do it with my other hand. Eh. I think that's crochet, not tatting. Cute idea, though. Oh, Teresa, that's nice. I mean, it's not nice you were sick for your birthday, but it's nice you're going to have a little celebration today. And so a grifter sent me a fabric roll for my birthday. So yesterday I made myself a bowl out of 2 strips of that fabric and have enough to sell. I am sharing my birthday. Oh, Ange, that's nice. What the fabric look like? That sounds yummy. All right, this is some cool pink ribbon. I was seeing I've got a box somewhere with this kind of thing, like little applique stuff. This is just like t-shirt fabric that you cut it real thin and it rolls. Yeah, we're gonna let that go. Yes, my great grandbabies are very excited to have me a part. So they're not local, right? So they're in for a visit, Teresa. And do I have that right, or did things change? That's so very nice for you. I'm so glad to hear that. Okay. So now see, we still have some bits. So then we have this over here. This is the box I decided to put all this little stuff in. Michigan. Well, you must be thrilled. That would be so fun. And let's not forget there's going to be cake, okay? Let's just remember that. All right, let's throw these little bundled things in here. That's separate. Well, there's another rubber band. Okay. All right, I think I need me. Oops, I forgot the fuzzy. Oh no, I want to put that in it. I have a drawer that this fuzzy stuff and those other things are going to go in my drawer with alike materials. And this I think I want and this could really go in that too. Maybe we should get those. This is a piece of Timmy. See, it's a piece of Timmy tape. I don't want to throw this out. See, this is how I am. So let's find a place to stick it. Just going to stick it somewhere because I don't want to throw it out. They want cake and ice cream. Well, who doesn't? Never forget one time. I don't know. We were going to have cake. We were going to have ice cream. My son-in-law can be so different sometimes. Let's just say that. Look, here's a little spot. This is a blue page, and this is blue kind of tape. And I'm going to take it apart and stick it right on here. I'm going to go right up that way and then come over. This is one of the stickers Mary sends. So now just put it in there like that. This is my Berzine project, which I'm so not up to date with. But just keep adding stuff. Anyway, my son-in-law, I don't want to speak ill of him, but he's just got some weird ideas, I think, sometimes. So I don't know if it was they were here for a visit. Oh, look, here's another piece in that. And the idea, he doesn't like change. If things are going to change, he likes to have a heads up, which sometimes it's just not practical, or it's like, the spur of the moment stuff. Anyway, we were going to have cake and then we picked up ice cream or whatever. And he would not let the kids have both because they were told we were just having cake. I just thought that was odd. So we didn't have both. But perhaps it's me. I don't know. My grandchildren are very well behaved. You can't argue with that. So there's that. All right. This is hey Patty, good morning. Okay, Gail. So you agree with me? Okay. I thought it was odd. Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, I think it's a little deeper than OCD. OCD would be a blessing. I'm just saying. Okay, I don't think they watch these videos, so hopefully. Um, so I wanted to do it. Who knows why? A concertina. I've done these before. So I did the cover. Good job, Laura. No idea where the back of this is. They do, Teresa. Oh. So I haven't done anything to these pages, as you can see. I saw somebody putting all different kinds of pages together and making it real long and folding it like a concertina. I think that's how you say it. But I need a back. So let's see. This measures. Let's say it like we're in Nebraska. 4 inches by. Oh, well, that could be 6. Maybe a 4 by 6. So what do I have? That's a 4 by 6. Oh, looky here. Looky here, folks. Oh, look, I've got all. Oh, I could cover that up, maybe. Perhaps. Perhaps. Yeah, but there again, see, sometimes you just have to pick your battles. And, anywho, such is life. Okay, so I'm going to mark it. I'm going to mark it. I know, and I hear what you're saying. I mean, I don't disagree. I just, in a lot of ways, I think, and I could be wrong, for our daughter's sake, it makes her life easier if we just comply. All right, I did that crooked, so let's, at least I think it's crooked. Let's see if we can straighten that out. Now, I'll need to cover it with something, right? So I'm a little all over the place today. Just trying to finish up some of these little odd jobs, if you will. Let's see. So we need the little cutting board. I should have kept that. I should clear this stuff off. And I'll get out the little tool. There's Vale. Lori, do you have a pin stuck in the, oh, wait, on the side? Oh, very possibly. On the underside of my sleeve. That's paper. I don't feel one. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I know there's some I've got threads all over me. I don't see one, dear. Thank you for asking me and having me check. All right, let's see. Let's get another little ruler here. Let's go this way. Now on the cover, I just have a piece of, looks like a piece of ledger paper. I have a hard time staying right up next to the, now, of course, I saw curiously Michelle in here. Michelle and I really, I think, just met. I don't know if she's been in here before. I don't remember. But I was at Pam's, and she's got a project she's fixing to set up where she's getting several artisans together to decorate chocolate boxes. And if I understand correctly, which I think I do, she probably will send me more information. But she's looking for 14 vendors to decorate a chocolate box. And then you just do your own thing. You do the project, you record it, and then we'll upload it to wherever she directs us to. And we'll have an assigned day. So one gal at Pam's, I don't know who it was now, said she would, maybe somebody named Sandy. I apologize. I don't know who that is. She said she would sacrifice and, get a box of chocolate and be part of it. So after I found out some of the details, I've agreed to sacrifice too. All right, so that's going to be, now this doesn't have to be perfect when you do these. Sometimes if they're off a little bit, they kind of look cool. So I've got to get a little more information, I think. Well, I got to go buy a chocolate bar, a box of chocolate. Isn't that a sad thing? So if you don't know, Curiously Michelle, she was here. I don't know if she's still here. But make sure you check her out. February, you can check her out before, but February 1st to the 14th, she's going to have some other artisans putting together and designing and covering chocolate box. Oh, the sacrifices we make. All right, so I'm thinking this is just a digital. So I'm thinking I'm just going to use this. And then this can be my cover. All right, so now I have those tools that I did for book covering. I'm just wondering how I could use that to make this easier for me. I don't know that it will. Maybe it will. That chocolate box project sounds fun. Do you use a tin, or I would think something maybe papery, cardboardish, so you can, she said any shape, any size. So of course Valentine's Day, you think of those heart-shaped ones, so I don't know. We'll see. I might go to Aldi because I like their chocolate, see if they've got any cool boxes. Peggy found a box. What was that box you were working on, Peg? And she had it, it was open at the top and she covered all around it. She did a great job. Yeah. Together in the art. Yeah. All right. So if I glue this down, trying to think where my new tools are. I think I put them under this other table. This is all going to be covered, so it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Perfume came in it with a clear window. Yeah, it was a cool box. And of course, Peggy did an excellent job. It looked neat when she was finished. Now, sometimes I'm not heavy-handed enough with a glue stick, so I'm trying to be better at that too. There's always room for improvement. All right, I'm gonna, no, that's the wrong way. That's the wrong way, girls. I almost did it the wrong way. Okay, let's sit this down this way. I'm doing this all backwards, guys. I'm gonna try to do it this way. That's sticky. That's sticky. It could hold chocolate, but it would stay. I clearly am going to eat whatever I buy. Clearly. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you right up. Okay, so the tool that I got for Christmas, my sister gifted me. Yes, toy. Oh, how about that? Jeffrey Miracle. All right, so I watched a couple of videos Let's see if I can do this. This is supposed to help you have the right amount of fabric or paper or whatever, media, whatever you call it, around the square. This is kind of dull, but let's see. See, look how crooked I laid it down crooked. It's all right. It's all right. It's going to be all right. So then you do that. And then you flip this. Oh, look, see, this is crooked. All right. We're going with it. If you're watching, you're a replayer and you're looking for excellence, this is not the place. This is have fun. Do what you can do with what you got. Bricolage. And get her done that way. All right, let's see. I should put that back in here. So now I'm going to cut around here. I meant wouldn't stay. Yeah, wouldn't last long. I gotcha. Buy a bag, eat a bag. Yeah. I've talked about this in the past. I don't know. I know some of you might say, oh, she's telling that story again. And I apologize. But when I was working, and I was a young woman at one time. These gals were, of course, younger than me. And they were all, cute little skinny girls, nice girls. And we had a vending machine. I worked in the district attorney's office, and we had a vending machine on the first floor. Our offices were on the fourth floor. And we would get a break, break or two during the day. Of course, we had our lunch time as well. And but a lot of times we'd run down and get a little something out of the vending machine. Now they had these pretzels. Oh, I think Snyder made them. They were all different pretzels, like the little tiny mini pretzels in it. And there was cheese pretzel, regular pretzel, and there was this white one. I don't know what that white one was, but it was good. Anyway, I've never been able to find them since. I mean, this is a lot of years ago. I'm sure they don't make it anymore. All right, so this little number is, you can miter your corners. You just put that on the corner of your square, make the line. This is where I'm going to trim it. And then hopefully this is all going to get glued around and look, decent. So they'd go down, these little gals, they'd go down and get a candy bar. Okay. Now, if I'm being totally honest, if I went down and got a candy bar, that candy bar would at least have one bite out of it before I got up to the fourth floor. And I'm not doing the stairs. I'm taking the elevator. These girls would come back to their desk, take one bite out of that candy bar, and then not take another bite for like another day or two. I'm like, who are these people? Are they aliens? What is with that? This could be why I have, issues with my weight. Just saying. All right, so now I'm just gonna get these going. Get these sides going. Oh, good. Here's my Jacqueline. Look! I got spray all over this. Oh my goodness! I mean, who? I never met anyone other than these girls that ate a candy. Well, I shouldn't say that. My husband can do that. I mean, do they forget? I'm like, if I take one bite, and wrap it up and put it in a drawer, every time I walk past that drawer, I don't even have to walk past it. It's talking to me, girls. It's saying, I'm still here. You did not eat me yet. Okay, see, now this is paper. Fabric is a little different because you can it kind of frays. I think I might want to trim these a little closer to the edge. Kind of find your own way here with doing this kind of stuff. That one's really close. Thank you, Teresa. Oh, I know Teresa and I would get along so well. Look, I didn't do this real great. Oh, we'll address that differently. Okay. That's because I flipped it on the wrong side. All right, let's use this. All candy bars are one bite. Okay, Gail. Geez, thanks for coming in. You take care. And if I don't see you, have a great week. All right, so let's put this over this way. Really mash it on there. Got a little glue coming out there. Sorry, nothing sticks to this. It's Teflon or something, or some kind of special. I don't know. I haven't talked to Jacqueline in a few days. That's really kind of different. There's a busy girl. She usually goes to the grocery store on Sundays, I think. Now, sometimes, you'll get a little piece there and you can push that edge in before you fold this up. But I didn't do that. See, look, I've got all that glue coming out. That's okay. It's all right. Gail, I hope it's quick and painless. Oh, domestics. Oh, what is she doing? She got to clean or something? Cleaning, yeah. I don't know. Did I tell you this? I wanted to. We haven't done it. Oh, we probably won't. Oh, look. See, that's not. See, I cut it too short. Now I'm going to have to cover that. It's all right. I can do it. I can do it. I said to my husband when we knew he was having this surgery, I would like to hire somebody to come in just once a month. Do the floors. It's just the two of us. There's not a lot of yuck. Well, there is out here, but not in the house, Mostly because he won't let me have any yuck. Anyway, I said, I think I did tell you this. I said I would like to hire somebody to come in once a month and clean. Like, we can afford to do it, so why don't we? We're both older. I have issues with my back, and quite frankly, I don't want to do it. Okay, I think I've said that before. I don't really want to do it. My mother was like, nobody's cleaning my house. I'm like, really, Mom? Come on. Anyway, it's like an insult. My husband's cousin's wife, her mom is the same way. She still has her mom. Nobody's coming in to clean. Oh, get over yourself. Anyway, I guess with what I'm going to say next, I can kind of see what they're saying. But so he says to me, well, Pat and Tina clean houses. Maybe we can get them to clean our house. Oh, good girl, Peggy. And I'm like, I don't want anybody I know cleaning our house. So I was telling my neighbor across the street this, and she's like, they have a policy. They don't clean anyone's house that they know. I said, well, that is a good policy. All right, so now this is going to go on the back of this Constantina, am I saying that right? And this is going to glue here. So I'm going to glue this first because then I will cover that. And some of these pages are upside down and cattywampus and all that. That's okay. It's okay. Make sure it's going the right way. Boy, that's really, I'm going to have to trim those a little bit. Just trim this a little tiny bit. So you can see this, I just tore this stuff. She gets scissors in her hand. It's all bets are off. Probably shouldn't do that, but I did it. I've got some Edith Holden in here. All right, let's give it a go. Now I got to think about the inside paper. I never seem to get close enough to the edge. Now, Amelie Bloom does, I think she's got it on her site, where she does fronts and backs of a journal like this. And you can see the folded side of the pages. And then she puts another square on top. It turns out real cute. Now I'm going to have to ink this. You see? Now what do I have on the inside? Oh, I just have, looks like a piece of pink avocado paper. So now I need to cover. See how I didn't do this well? Girls, I cut it a little too short. Okay, I was saying that the other day. I usually cut things too short. And see, I did it again there. Now I could leave this like this, really, and just do a little. You can use anything. Look at this. I got this right here. This could work. That might work. We'll see. All right, I want to ink the edges. Look, oozing. It's always the glue. I hate when I do that. Don't pay attention. I don't put the lid on. Busy flapping my trap. Busy flapping my trap. Oh boy, here we go. Flappity flap, flapping my trap. All right, 11:30. 11:30. All right, let's put those back in their spot, and let's get these bits in the bin. That can go in there. Now, I forget who I saw making this, but they did all different collages on their different pages, and it was so cool, and I thought it looked fun. So here we are. This is easy to do, guys. You have a lot of scraps, just start with a size, and then just glue one to the other. And then as you glue stuff on, they'll get a little more stable. They won't be as, see, that's a real thin piece there. They won't be as wibbly. Oh yeah, look, I already put a couple things in here. Well, that one's, I don't know what I did there, but I hope that's hooked together wrong, I think. I'm gonna have to glue that. Glue that and make that normal. Glue it and make it normal. Ange is back. Welcome back, Ange. I'm going to glue this down to the next page because I didn't have it right. Now, somewhere when I was digging through my stuff and trying to get organized, look, I found these Timmy things, layer frames. Now, I don't know that I want one on the back, but one sure would look cute on the front, wouldn't it? That's probably the smallest one. Well, we might take a look at that. All right, so let's get out my inker. I'm going to go to my favorite, my vintage photo by the Tin Man. Now, if you didn't watch Jacqueline's video on putting a journal together, she lines hers up at the bottom. She doesn't care if things stick out the top, which I thought that was kind of clever. Really never thought about it that way. I've got things that are not lined up at the bottom. But, it's junky. It's supposed to be junky and not perfect. All right. I put a bunch of these little things sitting around. Did anybody ever buy these? They're a whole big tablet with all these little crazy images. I don't know why I bought them, guys. They're not stickers. Outspan oranges. No idea. There's an old camping thing. Jaffas. Orange Julius. There's a tea one. Oh, he's cute. I just made myself. Good grief. I don't even know how do I do this? Oh, did I lose us? Oh my goodness. Now I'm having a little bit of a struggle here. I hit my mouse and everything is everything is cattywampus. And there we go. Okay, Bill says she's been thinking about making a Timmy People journal because they are taking over my art space. I have a Timmy trash journal. Look, there's chocolates. Milk chocolate planters, milk chocolate pants. Let's put some interesting stuff on the back here. I don't know if it's interesting, but let's put some stuff. I haven't worked in my packaging journal for a long time. I didn't think about putting people in it. I guess I could do that. Mine are all locked up in little plastic bins. So they're kind of behaving themselves. Well, now, Laura, you don't want to cover that up. Let's move this down. Just want to glue on some stuff. Teresa says, I found out there's an off switch on the bottom of my mouse after booting myself off. Yes, I have an off switch. Sometimes my mouse doesn't cooperate, so I have to turn him off and then back on. Because he does not behave. Oh, behave. Let's get that little guy on there. And that's not working very well, is it? Pam did an interview on Friday with a gal by the name of Teresa's out. Okay, time for church. Okay, sweetheart, have a great day. And please have someone get a hold of us so we know how you make out, or at least if you can message me when you find out what day, Teresa. Thanks, sweetie. Oh, nice, nice. Peggy. All right, so yeah, this gal's name was Angela from Traveling Crafter, the Traveling Crafter. She was very interesting to listen to. So I have to check her out. I haven't done that yet. I missed her name when I typed in. So, yeah, Teresa's had quite a go. Let's put that there. I'm thinking I might wrap this one around. Let's do a half. See, this is why I don't get a lot accomplished, but I have fun. I still have in the back of my mind getting that second monitor out here where I could flip. Of course, if I just learned to use OBS, I think I could do it with just the one monitor, but I don't see that happening. Well, I should take that under advisement, Vale. It's a good thing to have, I think, to limit yourself, because see, then I get started. But I'm pretty sure I'm ADD, and not that that's an excuse. It's just, So I'm digging through stuff, and I found all this stuff. I'm just calling it maybe my King Khan, KAHN, because the little gal that works on these terrific journals, that's her name. And somebody's messaging me here. I've got sounds in my ears. Oh, that's baseball. I got to message my neighbor. Our neighbor's puppy had a birthday, and so they had a little celebration last night. Me and Scooter didn't go because it was rainy, and you take the scooter in, and it messes up, their rugs and stuff. You don't want to do that to somebody else's home. All right, let's just open this and see what's in here. Peggy says, my craft supplies overwhelm me. I do my best. With last night. You gotta find your own. Boy, these are cute, guys. What am I going to put in this circle? Look, they look like paint chips. Look, I got that number 7 there. Look at that. I kind of like that, huh? These are yummy. These are going back. Montage. I gotta get a hold of Jamie. And maybe she's watching. Jamie, are you here? I've just been thinking about your hubby and wondering how he's doing. I gotta get a hold of Jamie. Photo montage. See, that'll look cute, right? That's cute. I have no idea what this is here in glued. Okay. I feel like looking at you know what, and I can actually get to it because I cleaned a space. I feel like getting my Timmy trash journal. Let me just get that. What do we still have a little time? I'm usually on how much time? Oh yeah, I'm usually on about 2 hours on Sunday. So we can probably stick to that. Boop, boop, boop. I don't want to lose my little bits. Where's my... Put it right away. Right away. Look, I've got some washi tape here that I made myself. That might look cute on this. See, it's kind of bright. See, I'm covering up my my neat paper. I might use that on here. I don't know. My Timmy trash journal needs some attention. No, I'm saying I can get to it. That may have been a stretch. I always think I'm thinner than I am. Tucked back in that corner. Now I got Jamie's voice in my head. I think that's what she does. She's so stinking cute. She's so cute. That's APG Jamie. If you happen to not know who I'm speaking of, she does some cool stuff. She does some cool art stuff. All right, let me plug my phone back in. See, I leave this drawer. I have a 2-drawer filing cabinet here, and I leave the drawer hanging open. It's like an extra shelf. Drives my husband crazy, but then so do I. Drive him crazy. Not in a good way. Just add that in there. I just floored. Come on, Timmy, come here. This is kind of bizarre. I have not worked in this in forever. This is when I say squirrel. So I'm a big fan of Tim's products, and I just thought I had so much of it. Why not start? Is that G3? There she is. Hi, Brenda. How you doing? And I thought, well, maybe I'll make a journal with his stuff and his trash. Because most of us, I would think, throw this out, right? Come on, who throws it out? Does anybody throw it out? Or am I just like delusional? All right, let's put that back. So I got ambitious. What the heck did I do there? It looks like I crocheted around it, and it looks like I did a blankets. Well, how do I come up with this stuff? Now this has got a hitch here, so apparently I'm going to attach something to hook that shut. So I just took old bits of his packaging, and they're all different sizes and weird things. So I just put it all together and then started adding stuff. Like these are his flowers. These are his people. This is not his fabric. Oh, that's a tab. Okay. Pocket with Timmy's stuff in there. All right. Oh, look. See, I've got all this. I should get out my Timmy people. This I should glue. See, I have no idea. So I'm going to do stuff here that I probably wasn't going to do originally. But now that I'm here, to me, this, I don't need another pocket. I'm just going to glue this shut. I don't think I need another pocket. But I want to cover up, like this stuff. Now, one time I was working on it, and a couple of the girls were here, and I did something. I think this is the one I have. Oh, look, I've got some textured paste here that I put some, I guess, some stain in. I got to make some textured paste. I got to find a recipe. See here, we were working with these the other day. And I was saying you could use these slide projector frames to, turn your pages. So look, I just glued it partway off. Card. That's a flip out. So I need something there. There's a Timmy person. And that's cool. I should glue that together. See, I've got a lot in here to do. Yes, Peggy. You save Timmy packaging too, Brenda? Nice. See, these are great little cards, though, aren't they? Haven't figured out. I guess I'll just put some fluff in the top of that. That's one of his stencils. I'm sure there's more you could do with it so it would look much more ingenious, but c'est la vie. Oh, Ange. Yeah. So one of those things like, years ago in like in old movies and stuff, they would just knock it with a book and it would like disperse. I don't recommend you do that, Ange. But I wonder if it's that kind of thing. Is it painful? My brother-in-law's hands are all knotted up, but he's got that condition where you can't lay your hand flat. He's had to have a couple surgeries. Look, there's a spidery one. Here we go. Journey and Kimberly. I haven't seen Journey in forever. And there's Kimberly 557. Two of my girls. Did I glue them down? I think they slid up and down for a while, but I think I glued them down. Wait a minute, what's here? Oh, look, the guest check. Why did I put that in there? Maybe that's supposed to go over here. See, fluff. I love it. There's another envelope pocket. See, there's plenty to do in here still. I got to keep this. See, keep more by your desk. This is a stencil. Looks like a little bell. Can you see down there, a little bell? Brenda, what are you going to do with your trash, with your Timmy packaging? Can't you work on more stuff? Right now you're working on bowls, but you do a lot of different stuff. You do cards and all kinds of stuff. No, it doesn't hurt. Yes, that's what it is. Oh, Ange. Oh, there's a big flip out. Oh, here I made a little tablet. This was the edge of Joanna Basford little cards, like a desk calendar thing. And I just cut off and made a little writing space for Halloween. Got that handsome fellow on the front. And you'll never guess, I was working on that little journal that I said I'm going to send to, and I am going to do it. Send it to Stacy May. Wait a minute, where's my lid? And I found my elastic. I cannot believe it. I was digging through. Where the heck did it was in some bizarre place. I'm like, oh my gosh, there it is. Okay, Brenda says, once I'm done with the Scabby Hunt journal, I'm going to make a video flip through my first. Kind of scary, but I'm doing it. Yes, Brenda, you can do it. Once you do it, it's just getting started. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It'll be great. It'll be great. Okay, cool. All right, so put that aside. Now back to this here. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I guess I just am going to glue it down. I don't think I want to. I guess I could leave it open for a pocket. I don't have to use it as a pocket, but I could just. Now I wonder if maybe I'll ink those edges. Where is my little pot of. Now this could be. I have a little pot of that. Whoops. See this little guy and that little. Oh, I think I found it. That Stampin' Up stuff. I got the big tube. You have a tote for it. Haven't used much of it, but I can't throw it out. There you go. Yep, I know what you're saying exactly. Oh, thanks, Phil. It's just kind of a fun thing. It's just, I like his stuff. Yeah, and I don't mind the look of the packaging either, But I have an issue with throwing stuff out. I did throw stuff out yesterday, though. I thought about, maybe somebody, look, this is this isn't working as well as I thought. It's kind of dry. Oh, look, there we go. But I just can't keep doing it. I have to make myself throw some stuff out. And I just, even doing, like Goodwill, to some degree, I'm over that too, because I take stuff. This is the sad reality. If I take stuff to Goodwill, I'm not just going to drop it off and go unless I plan it that way. I'm going to go in, and guess what? I'm going to buy more stuff. Yikes. Look, I got it all over me. So last night, I run into the bathroom, and I'm looking at my hands, and I'm thinking, what the heck is wrong with you now? I had all these marks. Your sorrow over stuff, it's either Happy Mail or donate or try. Yeah, trash is so much easier. So I'm looking at my hands, and I'm thinking, what the heck? Am I sick? It was just my left hand. I couldn't imagine what it looked like. I had little bruise marks all over. I'm thinking, what the heck is going on here? So of course, you took the tissue and rubbed it, and it came off. I'm like, what the heck? Here, I forgot I had my hand in a bag of frozen blueberries. I'm just so not well. I mean, is this Alzheimer's starting? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really want to think about that either. Look, I'm making a mess. This stuff makes a mess. Yeah, so I'm in Zena's the other night. She came on really late, and I don't know what she's involved with. She's involved with oh, look, I got more. Look, I really got it all over. Um, some kind of challenge. I didn't really understand what it's called or who's doing it, but she's working on these different projects. And what was she doing first? I forget what she called the first one she was doing. And then she wanted to do something that was tattered. She needed something that's tattered. I don't know if this is all going into a book or what the story is. Look at the mess I made. And I mean, Zena does nice work. So we're giving her ideas and stuff. And the more she's talking, and then who's in there now? There's a couple different gens. Oh, what's going to say? Dale, after watching her make her journals today, I need to copy dye some papers. Lucky you that will for sure be happy meal. Nice. Yeah, I'll have the coffee dyed paper. Now I'd use that quick tip to do fabric, but I don't know. I guess you could probably do paper that way too. In a big Ziploc bag and keep it all contained. I don't know. I haven't tried that. Anywho, um, I know you love Mary. I love Mary too. Um, we've got to do our own thing now, unfortunately. And oh yeah, so back to Xena. So who was in there? I don't know if Jen Ren and what Jen Ren is the same person. I don't know, one of the Jens that lives out towards the West Coast. Xena's going to Arizona and Jen is going and they're going to meet. And they're like their hotels are real close together. They didn't plan that, but their hotels are close together. I think Xena's going in a couple of weeks. So excited for them. They are so excited to do this and to meet. They've never met before. It's first time. They're going to sit by a pool, have a little beverage. So they're excited. It should be fun. Should be way fun for them. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this down. See, now I got a piece of this. See, this is really Christmas stuff, but you can use it anywhere. All right, so let's get this gooey stuff right out. Meanwhile, Xena took her painting papers and cut them all into these little skinny strips. And then she took the skinny strips. I don't know if she sewed them down or glued them down inside of one of her art journals. It looks cool. But I was busting on her. She's got so many of these little strips of paper now. And I was telling her to use it somewhere else if she could spare a strip. She's got a whole big box of all these. They're like, I guess, what is it, 8.5 by 8.5 this way, and they're like maybe about an inch wide, if that. And she's got a whole big box. Okay, Ange. Okay, Cynthia. Thanks for coming in, girls. What time is it? Oh, it's 12 noon. Yeah, I should get going too. All right, so I was just fussing around today, really. Got a few more things done. So I might work a little bit more today, but I didn't do anything artsy yesterday, so I, you know, I struggle when I don't get to do my art, any artsy stuff. So look, that's just a half of a digital. I might just start gluing some of this jazz down because I just like it. And these little bits are just going to disappear, if I don't do it. All right, I'm going to see what time my football games. I think they're playing today. Maybe they don't play. Maybe they don't play. I don't know. Check out my football game. See what my neighbor and husband decided if her little dude's coming over for a visit. And this is that carpet tape stuff. Double-sided. It's so sticky. So sticky. This is just going to be a stick it down book, All right, ladies, let me scoot. Thanks for coming in. It was so good to see you. I might see you somewhere else, sometime today. I don't know. We'll just see. I think that could be cut, maybe. Maybe that should be trimmed. Let me know if you make one of these. I think this is a fun project. See, I've got to figure out something for in here, though. Yes, wicked sticky. Oh, it was good to see you, Peggy. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm going to go see what there is for lunch. Look, I got a big string. And I feel, oh, look, it's on that. Okay, I'll leave it. I feel confident that I'm going to get something else accomplished today. That's always a good feeling. Oh, look, I could put this in there. This is from my book book. Painting papers. I could put this in here somewhere. All right, enough. Okay, thank you so much for coming in. Take care. Keep yourself busy. Enjoy your day and your weekend. And until the next time I see you, don't forget, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. Until next time, dear friends. Bye-bye for now.